This is what it sounds like when doves cry. Oceans and fire. sign. The buildings that you put up, Japan and China.